Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are jumping in with Starterku. This is one of my favourite decks of this set. I'm still uncertain as to what the best red leader is. I think in an earlier video I did say that I think Beerus is best. I've kind of changed my mind on that a little bit. I think Beerus is very good at control, but I just think in this meta right now where green is it's just so aggressive and it's always going to be there. We need a hand size. We really need to keep our hand as high as possible. Green just seems to have a hand regardless of how many times you crit them with the Beerus leader. Unless you're running like a full crit build, I don't see you ever controlling that hand. So I just think that generally one of the two Gokus, I personally, under my experience, at least from the amount of games I've played, I do think that U7 for me is probably stronger just because it is more of an aggro deck, and that's kind of what I think it's what red wants to do. But we have a build here which for Starterku which I have been really enjoying. So we're going to jump into a game. By no means am I saying that this deck is completely optimized. There are definitely different ways to play this. In fact, I have another video coming soon where I'm going to run a U6 version of this leader. Okay, so we got the mirror match. Yeah, I think we just keep. We have the hit and we have the Roshi. We want to get to our awaken before he does. We're also going to keep this. This is very good in the earlier turns. So this is realistically our turn 1, 2, 3 here is fully set up. We are not going to play this. We are going to keep the TN because it is a 20k, so let's charge this right off the bat. We'll play the Roshi, and then we will take the life, and then we just skip the turn. So yeah, so our turn 2 is going to be hit, and then our turn 3 will be frost. A lot of U7, or not U7, but a lot of the red battle cards in these early turns are going to be 20k's or less. And if we establish this, so obviously he'll play hit next turn if he has it. He'll get one attack with a hit into the self-awaken, then we just frost and he can't attack with it again. So it's a good way of locking down that when attacking effect. And it's also good for like the Krillin as well. He can't swing with this, he can't swing with TNs. There's not really much he can do as long as Frost is on the board. I missed something? Okay. Sure. I mean, I'm just going to swing at that with Roshi next turn. You swing at me, I'll swing at you, boy. Ah, yeah, we just take this. We want to get that awaken this turn, and we can do it between the Roshi and the hit. Actually, we don't even need to swing the Roshi, the hit's going to kill it anyway. What do you charge there? Was that the U7 card? I think we just charge one of the cantrips. It's not really going to serve us well for the next 2 turns because our energy is fully committed to these two. So we charge one of these. We're fine with that. Let's play the hit. We'll attack the lead. We'll kill the TN. We will take the life. And then we just leave that at 20. This is actually really good. Our turns are very well set up here. We're going to take the life first. Just in case he has any notions of putting a 5k. And then we can just pass here. And then we've got the leader skill now for the +5, so if he throws anything at the hit, we can protect it pretty well. You know, we're free to combo this card off now. See this exactly. So it's a 15k base. It gains +5 from its own effect, so Frost locks that down as well. It's a very, very solid card into red. Okay, so we're just going to activate the lead skill and we'll save it. And now he's got to commit to kill the hit. And we've got a 10k sitting right here, which we're fine with. I'm tempted to combo off the cantrip again if he just matches, which he doesn't, so that's fine. So what is he? 35. So we'll go 10, and I think we just put down another Roshi. No, we'll combo off a TN, we don't need to. Yeah, see, our turns are so set out here, we're never really going to get the advantage of the cantrip, so we may as well just charge it. We will swing here first. We're not going to take the life, we will neg that down. And then we're just going to use the lead skill, because we're not going to attack with the frost. Because we don't want to give his leader a chance to attack it. So we go 25 into 10. And I'm perfectly fine with starving him. Like, if he protects this, I'm just going to swing with leader. I don't really need to awaken him this turn, but we do want the draw. So we'll hit the frost, and then we'll just give this a pass. And now we've locked down most of his turn 3 and below. Yeah, if he runs the Piccolo Vanilla, he does look like he's running a Vanilla list. If he runs the Piccolo Vanilla Perdos, but whatever he plays this turn probably won't be able to attack. Unless it's the 3-drop SR, because it will just pop the hit, pop the frost, sorry. We do run TOP. Okay, there we go. Which is fine. You know, if he's had to expend that, it protects this next turn, so I think we're fine with that. Wow. Okay. God, I love that card. I think that's one of Red's best cards. I think it's so underrated. Even tapping 2 for it, to kill a 30k or less, still value. Yeah, we'll just combo this off. See, this is where we wish we had sort of already seen TOP, because it would have been good to establish that on the turn 2 rather than the hit. So, now the issue is, do we go multiple attackers or do we go for the crit here? He has nothing to neg, so I really don't... The crit would be nice, but if he runs another one of these, it's just going to be a pain, and then plus he's going into his 4 energy point, which means that this is under threat of dying anyway. So I think maybe we just Krillin and TN this turn, and we'll just swing 3 20ks at him, and then that leaves an energy open for the defense as well. We'll just try and see if we can get cards out that hand, or if we can just force him to take some damage. Oh, Goku was that? Yeah, it's the one attacking one. Okay. We'll play Krillin first. We're not going to take the life. We're fine with this. If he takes no life this turn and he just drops cards from hand, we're fine with this because we have a board. And then we're going to do the lead skill to buff that to 20. And then there we go. Because we just want to chip away at that life until he's in double strike range, pretty much. Okay, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's fine. So he's now down to 5 in hand. Obviously, we're only at 6, but I think it's fine. Us being the person who went first as well, he should really have the hand advantage, and he doesn't. He's given it up to stay at 4 life, which we're fine with. Because the next stage that we're going to do here is we're going to apply the crit pressure as well. Which we're fine with. This is perfect, because if he attacks with this at any battle card, this gets us out because of the -5. So we are completely fine with this. And there we go, we're out. Yeah, I think we still protect. We'll combo off the Krillin. So his turn's over, and we've got, again, 3 shots at phase plus a crit. I don't really care about killing this. It's not going to really do much in the long run. Sure, he'll attack probably one of the board next turn, but I think we're fine with that. We're just going to charge one of these. We don't need both. So first thing we do is we go lead to lead. We just try and eke that hand down. Or we force him to take the damage either way. And then we swing for 20. We're not that fussed about applying the extra 5 onto the go hand for the crit. Yes, it would mean a 10k and he's out, but he's not going to take the crit either way, I think. So I'm potentially more inclined... No. We just go into this, I think. Let's say we just want to force him to use that hand, or take the damage. And if he takes the damage this turn, our 5 drops are enabled for the next turn, and it just means that he's in kill range. Unfortunately, back-to-back draws this turn have been 2 0Ks, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. And then we swing for the crit. We don't care if he combos out of this, honestly, it's probably the best thing for us because it really limits his hand. We could have put a 10k on it, it just really doesn't matter. And what did we hit off the crit there? Okay, it was just the extra card. So we haven't seen any supers yet, and he hasn't charged any, so that is always a possible threat. I'm very tempted to just play the Roshi. Because if we establish... Yeah, I think we're going to play the Roshi. Now, the reason being for this, right, this is a risky play, but my reason for this is that at the start of the next turn, if this survives, then we can do the active main to take a life, and if we get lucky and we draw an extra card, I mean, this is all a gamble, of course, but I think we've got this in the bag anyway, but if we get lucky and draw into the extra card, we can actually do the tap 5, we take a life, we have a 10k combo, then we have another 15k which we activate for free because of the Roshi effect. He's going to neg 20. I'd be surprised if he negs this. It's of no benefit to him to neg that. That's fine. So the most damage he can do to us this turn is 3, and I think we're just going to do it. The Roshi's no longer going to work. But he's at 2 life with 3 cards in hand. And we are not protecting this. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Have it. So the Roshi is now just a 10k on board, unless he decides to clear board instead of attacker life. Which is fine, he does that. But we don't care, like I said. say that, if these two are super combos, we are in serious trouble. Because that would be 60k, right? Right now we can only get him to 50. 55 with that draw. Let's see... Actually, I'd say that. Let's take the life. So that's 60. We are not going to swing into leader because we don't want him to take the life. Okay, we're fine. He's probably sitting wondering, why did he do that? But yeah, we don't want to give him the card in hand because he will likely just take. And that could potentially be a super combo, so we just tap 5. It doesn't matter, we'll neg that by 20. Swing to the leader, and then we just pump him up as much as we can. And there we go. 65. So if those were 2 super combos, it was still close. We kept drawing into our 5Ks unfortunately, but either way, he has no way to get out of this. So it was 1 super. Ah, okay, it was just 1 super. And there we go. We are getting close to, yeah, Plat 1. We're 2 games away from our promotion games, or 2 wins away I should say. Cool, so we'll show you the list. I have changed the list a lot, obviously. I know that the video I put on earlier on the channel, that was a bit of a meme build where it was just crits. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, it was strong, but it was, yeah, I think just doing the generic good red stuff build is just far better. So we run 4 of the Whis, which is just the active main neg 5. This gets a lot of value, and it's a 10k as well, so you know, into the red mirror, it doesn't just instantly die, unlike this Rocher. You know, so it's one of these things where I do like its versatility. You know, it gives us that neg 5, and then we can obviously buff 5, so it's a 10k swing whenever we attack with a battle card into another battle card, which is always helpful. The only issue I have with this is it is a 5k, so I don't know how I feel about running this at 4 because we are getting kind of low on that combo power range, so that might be a change in future. We run 4 of the Self-Awakened Roches and only 3 of the Draw Roches. Because we run 4 of this, I'd be potentially inclined to cut this for this. I think the draw sometimes comes in a bit more valuable. But they are both 5Ks, so it really doesn't matter all that much. We run 4 TNs because with our leader effect he's a 20k, so he just gets into every Awakened leader bar Broly pretty much. We run 4 hits for the obvious reasons. Self-Awakened targets, it can kill things, it's a very good card. We run 4 of the Self-Awakened Krillins because again it's a 20k with our leader. 3 of the Android 18s, again 1 is a 10k combo and 2 is a 20k base, we can pump it to 25 for the leader effect. We run 3 of the SR Gokus. We run 3 Frosts for the reason I showed you before if you didn't have the extra card. But yeah, it's just to kind of lock down boards like red and yellow, pretty much its sole reason for being. We only run 1 secret. We don't really rely on the secret at all this build. It's just not really worth it, so we just run that at 1. We run 3 of the Gohan criticals. Again, it's our turn 4 play. It can kill something on board, potentially, depending on its power obviously, but it is a critical attacker, and with our leader skill that becomes a 30k crit, which in most decks forces out more than just a 10k combo, which is good. We run 3 double strikers. It's our game finisher. It's just the best red finisher at the minute. 4 of the Shin super combos, 4 Kamehamehas. I love this card, I think it's very underrated. And we run 3 TOPs, although we didn't see them. But TOP with this leader is so strong. The leader can only buff battle cards, whereas TOP can do battle cards and leaders. Now we only ever use this defensively, but it means that we can, for free, get out of a 20k swing on our leader. And you know, again, if they are so adamant at clearing our board, between our leader and this effect, we have a free 10k combo. And it's so strong. I think TOP is another card that's been overlooked, but I do only think it works in this leader. I don't think it works in Beerus, and I don't think it works in U7 all that well. I think that 2 energy is much better spent on literally anything else. But yeah, for this leader, it's not the worst. Like I said, if on my turn 2 had I had the choice between hit and the TOP, 100% we're putting down TOP. That turns over, we can force it to swing into our leader, we don't have an issue with that, and then, you know, the very next turn we can go into hit, potentially self-awaken in that turn, and then our board is just rolling at that point. We have so much protection and so many ways to keep our board alive. So yeah, so I think TOP at 3 of is fine. I think if you run it at 4, you run into the issue that red always has with combo power. So like right now, if we are tapped out, we have 7, 8, 11, 14. We have 14 dead cards if we tap out between all these 0 cost combos. So I'm a bit wary. I mean, this is potentially even just a 2 of, but you do really want to see this in the early turns. Unfortunately, in that game we didn't even see it once, but that is life. That's how it happens. But yeah, there is potential room here. I might cut this entirely. I do like its neg 5 ability, and I do like its disruption. I just think we need more 10k combo power in this deck. I think that we need to, in this deck right now, we run what, 3, 7, we run 10, 14 5ks. So if we could cut that to 10 and then run this at what, so this would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 19, 22, and then our supers. You know, if we could up them to those 10ks, it would mean that we just do not have a problem with combo power. But yeah, it's a game where we'll just have to try and balance and see what works best. So you never know, you might see another deck video of this leader where this is cut entirely in favor of something else. I'm not even against the vanilla Frieza 4-drop 30k. It's not the worst card. You know, we have our turn 1s, we have loads of 1 energy cards, so we might play about ratios, and again, just keep an eye on the channel. There might be some updates coming soon. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and you know, as always, if you like the deck, give it a try. If there's any suggested changes you want, yeah, just hit me up in the comments. Always happy to do any changes and rerun it, or rerun another video with suggested changes, and yeah, we'll see how it performs. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.